And here we are back again, boys and girls. Right, to see the Mutalisk did a little foray run around here, but didn't manage to get too much done. And in response to that, we've got Nimune setting up three towers, turrets rather, to protect his dwindling minefield. Now this is kind of pointless, because this minefield is dead. So there really is no point in wasting resources setting up 3 turrets here, because that's going to be gone in the next 5 minutes. And he would really needs to expand right now. And he's not doing any expanding. Here come the Zerg opponent for his push forward. 3 Banelings being wasted on 1 Marine there. Not particularly resource efficient, but got the job done. We've got some Mutalisks hanging out the back here. And we have a massive amount of Zerglings coming in. Banshees cloaked and coming in to do some damage. And there is no Overseer here to spot anything. So, Unitex making a hasty retreat, and Overseer with some Corruptors coming in to deal with the Banshees. A good move. See how this goes. Will he be able to pull his Banshees back in time? Because this is just going to get painful, isn't it? One Banshee going down, a second one going down. Third one is down. This is turning out to be a rather expensive escapade for our Terran opponent, about going to lose all of his Banshees, while actually only losing a few Zergling himself on Unitex's side, along with the odd Baneling or 2, but considering the enormous resource amount that he's gathered over here, that really won't make much of a difference. Now the Overseer has not followed through. So the Banshee is about to be... oh no, actually it's still... yeah, he's cloaked now, so the Corruptors can't see the Banshee. Let's see if an Overseer pops up anytime soon. Unitex being a little bit careless here, not moving his Overseer within range of sight of the Banshee. He's morphing in a second Overseer here instead. And in the meantime, quite a few drones going down. So these Banshees actually got a massive amount of drone kills, but considering the major resource advantage that's happening here on Unitex's side, that probably won't make a huge difference at the end of the day. He has the armies he needs to combat this, because our Terran opponent has been stuck on one base for now 22 minutes of game time, and he's simply too far behind to catch up now. Taking down his own back door. Going to make a push for this side. Let's see how this goes. Mutalisk coming in to keep an eye on things. In the meantime, we have Corruptors heading west. We have some Zerglings camping out behind the brush. Let's see how Unitex decides to deal with this backdoor push that Nimune is trying to carry out, with barely a command group's worth of wounded Marines. The Zerglings are moving in to park themselves outside the base. And again an Overseer... oh, an Overseer is indeed present here this time. We have 1 Banshee and one Marine coming out for Nimune. Well, those Zerglings are not going to manage to do much of anything. We have some Banelings coming in, and oh my goodness, the annihilation. The absolute and utter annihilation. Those Marines had absolutely no chance. We have two Banshees parked up in the northern corner here, not able to do very much, and we have the main rush of the Zerg army now coming in. Banelings, Zerglings. You'll notice that even this late in the game, at 25 minutes gone, the map is being owned essentially by Zerglings and Banelings and a few Mutalisks. It's just amazing what Zerg can do with these armies. Corruptors coming in to deal with these 3 Banshees. This is approaching the end of the day here for our Terran opponent. There's just not much he can make happen at this point. Stuck on one base, total map control over to the Zerg. No matter what the Terran does, he's met with the right unit composition to take it down. There's really not a lot going on here. And now Unitex has got his drone production more or less in better gear. We've got half at the secondary base. We've got half a saturation, and at the first expansion base, we're almost fully saturated as well. Mineral count being well used up as new production happens, as money comes in. We've got 5 more Mutalisks coming in, 22 more Zerglings being morphed in, and we have another Queen on the way as well. And we have a 4th base going down. Right, for Unitex right now. So let's see how this push looks. We have infestors, zerglings and banelings. The baneling bust is happening at the front of the base. The barricade goes down. What happened to the tanks? There's a factory but there's no tanks. In come the zerglings. This looks like it's gonna be an ugly end though. Infestors coming in, fungal growth going down, but a little bit too late. Just a little bit too late. But there's more. There's even more zerglings, more mutalisks just waiting around here. Let's see if Nimune manages to make any kind of push. We've got medivacs, we've got marauders, and we've got marines in abysmal levels of health, heading towards the back door of the zerg player, and there are banelings standing by. Let's see if this is gonna work. It's a heavily wounded Terran army here, and the majority once again going down to the baneling defense. Queen's able to mop up 1 or 2 units here, but they're going to be taken down by the Banshees. Now while this is going on in the Zerg's base, we have Unitex moving out into the Terran side of the map. My frame rate went down to nothing here, and it's coming back. Corruptors coming in to mop up the medivacs. And in the meantime, Nimune is floating around with a second base, but it's simply too little, too late, I fear, because there is nothing that he can do here that cannot be readily countered by our Zerg opponent. And this really is how you want to play as Zerg. Own the map, run around the place with your Zerglings, harass, mess around, stop expansions from happening, and just be a general nuisance, because this is what the swarm does. And now the base is left completely undefended and open, and this has got to be GG from our Terran opponent here, because what could he possibly do? We have a huge host of mutalisks coming in here from the right hand side, 4 bases up for the Zerg, and total map control. There just isn't anything to do here. This base is going to be taken down in no time at all. And what's coming down here? We have a barracks trying to float away, but there is nothing to do, and Nimune GG's and leaves the game. So thank you for Unitex, to Unitex rather, for sending us this game to show us the importance of Zerg map control. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. I have yet another game coming for you later on today, so stay tuned. Ta-ta.